Yeah.
What's going on, champ?
Hey, nothing, man. What's up with you?
All right, man. How you doing, man? How's the family and everything? How you guys holding on through these times?
Everybody's good. How's yours, man?
I mean, thank God everything good so far, man. Can't complain.
Right.
I mean, how you staying sharp, man? You been training still?
I just been keeping up with my miles. I've been keeping up with my miles. I've been in the gym. I've been in the gym probably like once or twice. But other than that, I just be running.
True. You doing all the calisthenic work too and stuff like that?
Yeah. Just try and keep the weight down. That's all. At a respectable weight, so I won't have to get ready. I'm already ready.
Right. I mean, you fighting at 140 now, right? Your last fight was at 140.
No, man. They trying to make me fight 140, but I told them if the fight makes sense, I'll fight 140. But if it don't make sense, I'm going back down to my weight, 130.
130?
Yeah.
So this fight you got coming up with Crawley, that's gonna be what, 130 or?
Yeah, hopefully we can get it at least down to 135 because I mean he got more time to get down.
Right.
So hopefully we could get it to 135. I feel that's where I feel most comfortable at.
True. So, I mean, Chan, one of the things that stood out to me, man, because, I've been tuning in, my man Greg Hackett with the live, you always tuned in. I see a lot of people saying some good things about you, man, how you know what I mean? They called you a legend in the hood, like, amongst the community. So,
I try.
I'm curious, man, like, what's going on? Like, what you're doing over there in the community? How are you giving back?
I mean, since I turned pro, and even before when I turned pro, I was always into doing things for the community. But once I turned pro, I was able to do it from a different platform. So things got bigger, and I mean, I've been with some hard hitters. That been helping me, like Maestro Classics, Gary Barbera, the Marino brothers. Drew Rico. And my wife company, she be helping me out, and Corey's Creations, and my mom. My mom be helping. My mother-in-law be helping. My little sister be helping. So I got a whole host of people that just be helping. So without the team, it wouldn't work the way how it worked.
Right. I mean, like, what kind of help you guys be doing? Because, like, me being from New York, I haven't really got the chance to go out there and actually see what goes on in the streets out there.
With Gary Barbera, every year with Gary Barbera do a coat giveaway to numerous of schools. I think throughout the whole winter, I think he'll probably hit like 20 to 30 schools.
Wow.
So out of the 20 to 30 schools, I try to hit as many as possible with them. And then the Marinos Classic, they just be with me. Whatever I do, they on it 100%. Even with Drew Rico, he the same. He be on it 100% with me. Whatever I do,
man, that's love.
And like right before school, I do a book bag giveaway. We fill the book bags up with all the supplies and the materials, like all the basics what the kids need. We'll fill it up, and we'll just have like a little mini block party on my block.
Man, that's mad love right there, champ. I think the kids is important. They're the future, and I love hearing about guys like yourself that know about the importance of what it means to be a role model outside of the ring, you know what I mean? So I commend you for that.
And the thing with it is, like with me, like I'm not one of them fighters that got millions.
Right.
I work every day. I got 9 to 5 still. So I'm just humbled and blessed to have these companies, hop on. Because when I first started out, the first 1, 2, 3 years, it was just like the first year it was me and my man Kenny Lugwood. He the one that was like, I see you trying to put together a Christmas giveaway, because I do a Christmas giveaway too. So Kenny Ludwig hopped on. He inboxed me and he was like, "I'm gonna do it with you." So that first year we went out South Philly in front of Geno's and Pat's and with a bucket. And cold as hell out there. And we was just getting donations. And we got donations up for for the first giveaway that I had. And I went back and I told Ken, I said, we out here freezing our asses off now. I said, wait until, we things really start to hit the fan. People really see what we doing. I said, we ain't going to be standing out here no more. I said, we just going to be sitting back and people going to be wanting to cut us checks or bring toys.
Man, that's deep,
and and to this day, I tell him all the time, every event that I have, I always tell him, I'm like, yo, I told you we ain't have to stand outside no more. But when we first did that, the first year when we first did that, man, it was cold as hell outside. And we pulled it through. And the whole week that we was out there collecting donations, I think we probably collected $250 out of a week.
$250?
Yeah, we collected $250 out of that whole week, and everything else was from the muscle. He pulled from what he could pull, I pulled from what I could pull, and we had people donate stuff, like people from my gym. People from my gym at the time was donating. Steve Fletch, he be donating on every chance that he get, and the Marino brothers, like they just been with me since day one.
Wow, that's love, man. And you guys are out in Philly, right? You guys doing that in the neighborhood in South Philly?
The Marino brothers are based out of Collinswood, New Jersey. Drew is based out of Collinswood, New Jersey too, and Maestro is based out of Bristol, PA, and Gary Barbera is based out of Philly on the Boulevard.
Nice. So, how could we reach you guys if somebody, let's say, want to help out? How could we go about it? Where do we contact you and stuff like that?
If you want to go about it, if you want to help out, you can hit my Team Conqueror page up, and you can inbox my Team Conqueror page, and another person that been helping me since day one, Qatar King. She get all the responses out, and anything. She'll collect everything up, and she'll make sure everything do what it do.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to everybody involved, man. Y'all doing it big out here. That's what stands out to me, and that's what I like to talk about the most. So, salute for that.
And all the food be based from the Marino brothers from Marino Bistro.
Nice.
And Conquest Creations. And whatever else that we could dig out, get hot dogs, burgers, or somebody want to donate a salad or something like that. We all for it. Like we don't be asking for donations, people be offering them. Because from day one, since I've been doing this, if I needed something, I just went on out and did it. Me and Kenny Lugwood, he been with me. We just get it done.
Wow. How long you been having this movement going on, brother? Because I think it's like an incredible thing what you guys are doing.
Well, the movement just for myself and having it with, I try not to, take all the credit for it because everybody, played a part. So I try not to put my name on it first. So I took my wife's company name and put her name on it. It was Conquest Creations and Conqueror and Friends. That's how I did it. Because, I don't want to take all the credit for something because we all, helping.
Right. There's a team thing going on.
Yeah, we all taking away from our families and, giving back.
Man, that's so much love, brother. And I hope other guys see what you're doing and decide to do, following those same steps. Being a leader.
It's a other couple of guys out here in Philly that's not me, that be doing it. Like me, I try to do it low key, but I got so many companies behind it. It just be picking up that media press. Like I don't even like the media press, but low key stuff. But I just be picking up. People that want to support that got that media attention.
Right.
So the media attention come, but like at my book bag giveaway, the media came. When the media came, I came in the house. I went in the house. I was like, yo, I'll be back and I get dressed. I was like, yo, I'll be back and I get dressed. and they was outside looking for me, and I was in the house hiding. Because I don't want the media press. I don't want it.
I
just want, because everything what I do is it's genuine and it's from the heart.
Yeah, you're not doing it for attention or nothing like that.
I ain't doing nothing for attention, man. Nothing.
Man, that's love, champ. So, I mean, Chan, now that we touched on that a little bit, tell me more about yourself, your story. How did you get involved in the sport of boxing, and you know, a little bit more about your beginnings in the sport?
I got into boxing when I was younger, but never took it seriously. I mean, everybody in my neighborhood boxed, but I was always a basketball player, so.
Oh, okay.
I love basketball. I mean, I'd rather shoot a jumper at somebody's face than get punched in the face. You know what I mean?
That makes sense. Well, you like the Sixers?
No, I mean, I was a Sixers fan till they got rid of Iverson.
True, that's my guy right there. Yes, sir.
No, but I support all Philly teams, though, no matter what. No matter what, I support all Philly teams. But I mean, at that time, AI was my guy, and they got rid of him.
Right. I mean, you got any like fighters you study, anything like that? Somebody that made you fall like in love with the sport?
No. The reason why I really got back into the sport was because you probably remember his name was Tion Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
He fought Ricky Diab for the WBA world title. Probably like 2 years prior to him fighting for that world title, he came to me and was like, I mean, he just needs somebody to help keep him motivated and, I mean, just to train with. And, I mean, I was like, man, I ain't worrying about boxing. But he talked me into it. I came back. My trainers, Wade and Randy Hennon, they was like, what are you doing this for? Are you doing this to train or just to get in shape? I told them I come in here just to get in shape and to help my man out. They was like, oh, well, we can't train you then. So the next day, I came back the next day, and it was like, what you doing here? We told you not to come back. I was just like, I came to fight. And they was like, well, that's a better attitude. And I mean, from there on out, I mean, Wade and Randy Hennon been in my corner because, and I mean, Tion Kennedy introduced me to him at a Bernard Hopkins fight at the Leopold Center.
Wow, that's dope.
Yeah.
I mean, what's been your greatest experience so far? I mean, in your career, what's been like the greatest moment?
Proving people wrong.
And that ain't gonna stop.
And that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me going, proving people wrong. Because there's a lot of people that were just saying I was doing this just to be a follower. You know what I mean? But that wasn't the case. I mean, I did it because I wanted to. It was something to do. It kept me out of trouble.
Right. Are you like a big fan of the sport too? Do you watch like other fights going on today?
I always watch boxing. Always watch boxing. I mean, I'm a real big fan of any Philly fighter. You can ask anybody in Philly. You know what I mean? Anybody from Philly fighting, even if I think they can't win, I'm still riding with them.
Facts. So, Chan, you being like a big ticket seller, I mean, how do you feel, you know, fighting in arenas with no fans once these fights return? Because, you know, like, realistically, that's a big part of the check right there, right? I mean, I'm not sure.
My management asked me about that, and I told them, like, you know what I mean, like, some of us fighters, you know what I mean, like, we don't fight, well, I ain't even going to say some. A lot of us fighters, we don't be getting those $30, $40, $50, $100,000, I mean, fights.
Right.
I mean, some of us don't even see 20 grand.
Real
so
talk.
by us seeing them smaller numbers, a lot of us depend on them ticket sales. I mean, no matter what it is, if it's 5%, 10%, 20%, whatever it is, the percentage that you're getting out of that ticket sale, a lot of us fighters depend on that because our purse be suspect.
Facts.
So, I mean, I'm thinking where I'm at right now, I think I can afford a little bit to fight without fans in the arena, but I don't know. The fans in the arena is the ones that, I mean, give you that energy. I mean, they give you that hype. I mean, they're like when you're walking down, imagine walking down that aisle and not hearing nobody in your ear. I mean, even though when you're walking down that aisle, you got to black everybody out anyway. I mean, so that's what I do. I black everybody out anyway when I'm walking down that aisle going to the ring. I black everything out anyway. But the fans make the fight.
Facts. Especially for guys like yourself,
man. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to adjust.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like you just sparring. Like you get sparring.
Yes, it's like a gym war.
Yeah, because when you spar, it's not that many people in the gym. Unless your gym is jumping. Unless your gym jumping, and it's a certain time of the day when everybody in the gym, and it's a lot of people in the gym. It's still, even though it be a lot of people in the gym, it still don't be 100 people in your gym. Over 100 people, and I mean, and them in those arenas, it'd be what, 3, 4, maybe 5,000. I mean, in the smaller ones. I mean, not the big ones. In the big ones, it'd be way more than that. But in the smaller arenas, like the arena here, I mean, like the arena here, and then like parks, I think the most that they could get in there is probably like 2,500, maybe $3,000. No, maybe 3,000 people in there or something like that.
Right.
Like the little smaller venues. I mean, we feed off of that energy, off of the fans' energy. We feed off of it.
Yeah, and I can see how it's not fair to some guys like yourself, like we said, that, you know what I mean, you bring the whole city out. So that's a big part of what you do, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, we like, if the promoters, I mean, bite down to it, I mean, they could find a way for the fighters to get paid off of whatever they streaming. Because you know they're gonna be streaming.
Facts.
So I mean,
time.
you could get a fighters a little piece of that stream that y'all get.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro. So I mean, Champ, what kind of goals do you have? I mean, like in your career, with, you know what I mean? If once we start going forward, what kind of goals do you have? What kind of legacy you want to leave behind when you hang up the gloves?
I think if I hang the gloves up today, I left a stamp on this game. If I hang them up right now. Know what I mean? I've been all over. I mean, I've been with champions. Like, champions know who I am by face. I mean, they know me by face and they know me by name. Know what I mean? Like world champions. Know what I mean? These champions that's out there fighting for millions of dollars. Know what I mean? They call for little old me to come down and get them.
That's dope.
So, know what I mean? I didn't get into this game to be world champion. I mean, it wouldn't hurt for me to be world champion. I would love for me to be world champion, but if it happens, I wouldn't even care, because I have overcame so many obstacles in this game. I mean, that a lot of people didn't give me a chance to do. So, I mean, I'm good by it. I mean, I made enough friends, I made enough connections that, I mean, I could just be like, I'm done.
Facts.
And to the day that I lose the love for it, I'm gonna keep doing it to the best of my abilities at 100%. I'm not once I lose from going from 100. If I go from 100 to 99, I'm gonna quit. Because you could lose your life if you don't put your all in.
Right. Real talk.
So if everything is not in it, I quit. I'm done. And I wouldn't be mad. And I wouldn't be mad about everything what I have done, because I have touched so many kids outside of boxing.
Yeah, that's love, champ. I mean, I respect that mentality, and I mean, that's what it's all about, man. That's why I knew I had to try to get you on, because you got an important message, you know what I mean? You got some wisdom on you, you know what I mean? So I appreciate that, champ.
That wisdom came from years of being in the game. Like years of being in the game with Tion Kennedy, for instance. A lot of things with Tion Kennedy have done, and a lot of things with Tion Kennedy have did, you know what I mean, like in and out of the gym, I had learned the do's and the don'ts. And I have seen the business side of it before I even took that step and put myself into it. I've seen it already. So, I mean, I already knew what they expect, and I already knew what I had to build around me to succeed, to get to where I'm at right now. I built a small team around me. Like, I don't have no entourage or anything. When I show up to fights, it's just me, my trainers, and probably my little brother or one of my homies, because they drove me to the fight. That's
Facts. That's how the real fighters give it up, man. They ain't doing the whole big entourage. They pulling up the gym bag, and that's it.
I ain't got no money to be paying everybody. Now, I mean, to hype me up. I don't need nobody to hype me up. I hype myself up.
Facts. Much respect, brother. So, I mean, Chad, before I let you go, I gotta ask you, man. There's been, I mean, a little back and forth social media, and I mean, you probably already know what I'm gonna talk about. Osnell Charles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is there a possibility, you know, without really, you know, because I spoke to him, he's a good dude, without really, like, bashing him, is there a possibility this fight could ever happen? Or how do you see that playing out?
I already told him, and I'm gonna say it again. Only way if that fight happens, if the money right. Because me beating up on him, I'm not getting no rankings off of that. You know what I mean? So, like, it's a lose-lose for me fighting him. If I beat him, everybody gonna say, "Oh, Rome, you picking on Oz now. We knew you was gonna beat Oz now." And then if I lose, it'll be like, "Damn, Rome, what happened?" So I'm not getting nothing off of it, and I'm not gonna be getting paid. He gonna come in and get paid more than me that fight.
Wow.
Just because he's the opponent. And I mean, like, and I told him, and I wasn't trying to be smart. I was just being realistic. Like, you're a journeyman. You are brought in to make a good fight. You're not brought in to win. You're brought in to make a good fight. And I mean, and for me to sell tickets. I'm selling tickets. You're not. You ain't got to sell tickets. He could choose to sell tickets because he's not that far. But he could choose to sell tickets, but he don't have to. But me, I gotta sell tickets. But I don't sell tickets because my name speaks for itself. People see me on a flyer, they hit me up and be like, "Conquest, I'm there." But I choose to sell tickets because ain't no such thing as having too much money. I want as much money as I can get out of the fight night.
As you should.
So I sell them tickets.
Facts. But I mean, you already got a fight lined up, right? Am I correct? Is that still like looking?
I got a fight lined up for August with Tyrone Crawley.
Right.
Know what I mean? But you want to know something? The thing with Osnell that you brought him up, Osnell ain't gonna be nothing but a fill-in if Tyrone Crawley get hurt, back out, or whatever might happen to Tyrone Crawley if he decide not to take the fight. Osnell is just a backup. Osnell is a backup from Russell Peltz telling him to call me out. That's what it is. Because when I see Osnell show nothing but love. I go to Atlantic City, Osnell show love. Osnell come over to Philly, he show love. Like, not one time Osnell Charles have ever disrespected me in no type of way. But now, since he wanna try to disrespect me online because somebody put a battery in his back and told him to call me out, I have no respect for that. Call me out because you want to fight me. Don't call me. Don't try to call me out because your promoter or your manager told you to. You the boss, not your manager, not your promoter. The fighter is the boss. That's why a lot of fighters get it messed up at. Like, you're the boss. You're K&M.
That's a good point, bro.
But you want to call me out because he told you to do it, just in case Tyrone Crawley don't make it to fight night. They can have they already got an emergency fill-in. That's what it is. And I'm just being realistic. And I told him everything as a business. Like, I look at this as a business. This is a business to me.
Right.
A lot of other Philly fighters, they just be wanting that 24-hour fame that you beat another Philly fighter. No, I don't want that. But if you want to give me that 24 hours of fame, make sure you pay me.
Yeah, I feel you, champ. I see you got your moves calculated, man, and I took interest in that because you seem like a thinking man.
Everybody who I have around me, they taught me this game to the fullest. I mean, especially James Gibbs. I mean, my man back there. I mean, R.I.P. James Gibbs. I mean, he taught me a whole lot about this game. And even Kick Kid, my man Kick Kid, James Strong, teach me a lot of things about this game on the business side. I mean, like the business side, I'm dumb to the business side, but not now. I learned. It took me 3 to 4 years to learn, but I learned.
That's dope, champ. And like, I feel like you could use this knowledge to, maybe groom some of the younger fighters coming into the game one day. Like you're a real gem in that, and in Philly, man. And like, people got to start taking notice.
Now, anybody that have ever talked to me, I mean, they'll tell you, like, I do nothing but try to spread what I have learned. Like, this game is cutthroat, man. You'll catch some nice people, but other than that, I mean, this game could be real cutthroat if you ain't got the right people around you. So, I mean, my whole career, I did nothing but build people around me that's going to help me succeed instead of take from me. That's why I have so much in this game, because I build people around me that's going to help me, not take from me.
That's what they say, man. You're only as good as the people you surround yourself with. You're only as good as your team.
I surrounded myself with a great management. I surrounded myself with a great supporting cast besides my management. Even my trainers. My trainers, I mean, you get trainers that would throw you in a fight just for the money. My trainers throw me in a fight because they know that my ability and the way how I fight would be a great chance of me winning. That's why we took that fight against Daniel Gonzalez. I mean, Daniel Gonzalez was just coming off of fighting Chris Algieri for a WBO world title.
Facts.
And then he come off of fighting Chris Algieri to fight me, but they was picking on me though. But it was cool because we sat back, we did our homework, and we was like, man, this guy's a bum. He's flat-footed. He's a flat-footed bum, man. They kept talking about how strong he was. They kept talking about how strong he was. Now, I mean, only thing what I seen from the videos, what I've seen of him is he's active. Other than that, no power, flat-footed, just active. And I mean, and from what everybody been telling me about that fight, and from what I seen of that fight, it was biased from the beginning, from me signing the contract. They already had it out for me before we even got to New York.
Wow.
That's why they paid me so much to come out there. Because I had the right record. I had that ethic that was going to push him to fight better.
Right.
You know what I mean, to get him from, oh, I just lost to Chris Algieri. Then you'd be like, oh, yeah, I just beat the guy Conquest. I mean, he a gym rat in Philly. He doing this, he doing that. He got 2 belts. You know what I mean? And so I was a stepping stool for him that night. But I went in there and I threw a monkey wrench in that motherfucker, but it just didn't come out my way. It just didn't come out my way.
You do your thing, man, like that. I saw have to fight because earlier, as a matter of fact, before I stepped out, and like you did your thing. That third round, I think that was like a good ass round, man. And like,
but guess what? They said I lost that round. They gave me a round. What I looked at, and me and my man Paul Crow was like, yeah, Rome, you lost that round. I was like, yeah, but that's the round they gave me that I won. The only round. They only gave me 1 round.
What's that? The third round they gave you?
Oh, the 5th.
Wow. I thought you had the first round. Like I saw like the first 4 or 5 rounds. I thought you had the first round.
They didn't give me none of them rounds.
Wow.
That's why it was 9-1. And even when I fought out there, I brought Philly with me. They thought that it was gonna be all booze in there. No, it wasn't, man. I know people in New York too, man. I know people in New York too. But I mean, about time I got back to my phone after that fight, man, I had so many messages, man, that people just telling me, I mean, don't worry about it, it's the game. I was like, man, this ain't the first time I've been robbed, man. And it ain't the first time that I've been robbed to somebody from New York.
Wow, that's crazy. Nah, I mean, you did your thing, champ. Salute to everybody checking in. My man Greg Hackett, everybody tune in. Much love, man.
Yeah, I mean, Greg helped me out with all a lot of my fights. You might as well say all of them. I mean, if he wasn't helping me with a game plan, he was sparring with me. Or if he wasn't with the game, but I mean, if not one, he was doing both, helping me with a game plan and sparring with me.
Wow. Yeah, that's a hands.
If I could go in there and handle myself with somebody like Paul Crow, I mean, Greg Hackett, I mean, I sparred with Hank Lundy.
Wow.
I mean, I sparred with Damon Allen, but I haven't sparred with him lately. He got 10 times better from the last time when I sparred with him. But that experience with Damon Allen I sparred with him. I mean, I sparred with Eric Hunter. I sparred with Cool Boy Steph.
Wow.
I mean, like, if I could go in there and handle all these guys locally that got a mind for this game, or I mean, they doing something in this game right now. That's why I got them calls to go out Oxnard with Lomachenko, and I mean, straight from Oxnard. And I mean, I got called to Ohio to be in Robert Easton training camp.
Wow. So you've been part of their training camps?
Yeah, I've been part of their training camps. And I mean, I was part of Lomachenko training camp for like 5 weeks.
Wow.
And 1 week, I was in there sparring with Lomachenko by myself because they sent everybody home. They were sending people home after, like 1 or 2 minutes with Lomachenko.
Wow.
and there's one day, and I mean, I showed my ass because they had the cameras in there, and I was like, I ain't letting Lomachenko fuck me up with the cameras in there. And Teddy Atlas was in there. I mean, Blue Nose was in there that night. I mean, Blue Nose from over and Kali, he was in there that night.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when we was working, he got some rounds in with Lomachenko that day. You know what I mean? But I showed my ass that day. I was like, I ain't letting this nigga fuck me up on camera.
How was that work, champ?
Man, that work was impeccable, man. And then like right after that, the next well, we sparred on that Wednesday. Then we sparred again that Friday. That Friday, it wasn't nobody in the gym but me. So I'm looking, I'm like, where the fuck everybody at? I was about to call Adam and ask him where you was at. I'm like, what the fuck I'm here by myself? It's sparring day. And so Lomachenko dad came to me and he was just like, I want you to do all 8 rounds today. I looked, I said, 8? I was in shape to do it, but I was just like, man, he be fucking niggas up. But I mean, like, I took the challenge, and I mean, then afterwards, I mean, like, Teddy Atlas was just like, where whoever fights you, they gonna be in trouble. I mean, maybe I went down there in shape, like I was fresh from off a fight anyway.
Damn, that's some big moves.
Marshall Kaufman got the call while I was in the ring. Who that guy? We want him. Tell him that we want to bring him out here to LA next week.
Wow.
As soon as I got out the ring, Marshall Kaufman pulled me over to the side. Was like, "How do you feel going out LA next week, sparring with Lomachenko?" I said, "When do I fly out?"
Facts. That's that energy.
And Marshall just laughed at me. Was like, "I'm gonna hook it up for you." And Marshall Kaufman hooked it up for me.
Damn. So, Champ, I got to ask you, since we talking about Loma a little bit, this one for the fans, everybody tuned in, how you see a fight between him and Tank Davis playing out, let's say, something like that?
That's a real good fight. I mean, it depends, I mean, if Lomachenko could take that power. I mean, if Lomachenko could keep his distance and, I mean, if he could take that power. Yeah, that's how it is with everybody with Gervonta. I mean, Gervonta could be beat, but if you can't sustain his power, you're the fucking trouble.
Fact, yeah, he could pop.
Yeah, he could punch. That's his best weapon. Like he could box. He be in somewhat of good shape to do what he want to do, but then he had that little downturn, and when he had that downturn, you got to turn it up on his ass because if you don't, he catch you, he gonna put you the fuck out.
Facts.
So that's how that'd come to. I mean, who got the better game plan? I mean, but we already know Lomo might have the better game plan because, I mean, Gervonta got a good corner. He got a good corner. I mean, he got a corner that can adjust to the fight. I mean, anybody that had trainers in a corner that was a fighter for one. If there was a fighter for one, they could see like, oh, all right. If I was in there, I'd do this. I mean, but I gotta, get it into him that, he got to do this, he got to do that. So, because they've been in the ring and they've been on outside the ring. So, they've been down there on the outside looking in. But they've been in there. So, they know what to do. They know what to adjust. And that's what some trainers mess up at. That, you don't have that number 2 that can help you out if you wasn't never in that situation before. I mean, can't nobody get you out of a situation if they've never been in that situation before.
That's a fact. Do you see yourself training one day maybe as a corner man?
No, I ain't got the patience. I ain't even going. There's a lot of patience, man, with it. There's a lot of patience with it.
Shit, I could imagine.
I have good patience, but I just ain't got that in me. I don't.
Right. I mean, we'll see, Champ. Maybe somewhere down the line.
I mean, yeah, somewhere down the line it might change my mind, but as of right now, nah.
No doubt, Champ. Well, hey, Champ, I want to thank you so much, Champ. You got any last message for your supporters, all the people that tuned in tonight, everybody that's with you to this day?
No. I mean, the only thing I got to say is to the people that support me, thank you. I appreciate it. And the ones who don't support me, thank you. I appreciate it.
Facts. And where can we follow you? Because, I'm going to post this on my YouTube channel that in case people overseas might see it, whatever. Where can we follow you at?
You can follow me on Instagram at _Conquest_. You can follow me on Twitter at Jerome Conquest, and you can follow me on Facebook at Jerome Conquest.
All right, no doubt, brother. I'm gonna let you enjoy the rest of your night, Champ. I appreciate your time, man, your attention, everybody that tuned in as well, your whole team, and I love what you guys are doing. Keep that grind up, baby, because we need that.
Thank you.
All right, my brother. Have a good night.
How you do the same.